What's up? It's Mikey V on the line, a special guest with me, all the way from the heart of Louisiana to the top of the country charts. You know him as Jordan Davis. He has carved a unique path in the music world with hits like Singles You Up and Take It From Me and the CMA Song of the Year by Dirt. Mr. Jordan Davis, how are you, sir?
Doing great, man. Thank you for hanging with me.
Yes, man. Awesome show coming up Friday, August 8th at Mohegan Sun. We're pumped to have you.
Dude, I can't wait. Truly one of my favorite places to play. So
Yeah,
being able to come back and headline it is gonna be awesome.
Connecticut brings the energy, man. We know how to party.
Dude, y'all do. Y'all definitely, and I have a very fond memory of the arena there is because I was there with Luke Combs,
Okay.
I guess a couple years ago, and LSU beat Alabama that night. So
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
I hit the sports book up and came home with a little bit of pocket money. So
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was I was stoked
Good
about
stuff.
that.
See, it's all good luck all around at
There
Mohegan
you
Sun.
go.
It's a good time, brother.
Yeah.
So let's get into it, man. I mean, Buy Dirt became a massive hit. Can you share me the story behind its creation and what it means to you personally?
Yeah, man, that one is. I mean, it's probably, my favorite song I've ever been a part of. I wrote that with my brother and two of my best friends in Nashville, which just so happened to be brothers too.
Oh, no kidding.
So it was super easy to kind of, connect. That was something that was advice my grandpa had always given us, is find a place that you can call home
Yeah.
and take care of that, and then everything else will kind of fall into order.
Oh, it's
and
amazing.
uh and I think it's special, how big that song has become, because it came from a super honest place.
Yeah. I mean, how long is your grandpa still around, if you mind me asking? Or
Now he passed, coming up on 14 years.
that's something, though. I mean, right there, what you just said, that's like a tattoo. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It
dude,
means a lot.
I mean, it really is like that's he's not a co-writer on it, but he is at the same time. He was where that idea came from.
Oh man, I love that. Tell me about this. Growing up in a musical family, your uncle Stan Paul Davis, right?
Yeah.
Writing hits for Tracy Lawrence. Like, how did that environment influence your musical journey?
I mean, I don't think I would be doing it if it weren't for Uncle Stan. He moved to Nashville in the late '80s, had a lot of success in the '90s. Is still one of my favorite songwriters and singers out there. But I think the biggest influence it had on me was, when he would come back home to Louisiana for, Thanksgiving or Christmas, he would get his guitar out and start playing these songs that, were either about to be hits or, about to be cut by Ken Mellons or Tracy or whoever.
Mhm.
uh, so I just think from an early age, I got to watch a great songwriter, get better at
Right.
songwriting, and so it was something that, like, even when I first got my first guitar ever, I got this Jay Tercer when I was like 9 years old. Uh, I had no desire to learn anybody else's songs. It was immediately, learning chords so I can make my own lyrics up.
Oh, no kidding.
So it started from an early age, and that was all from Uncle Stan. So it's pretty cool to have him in the family.
Yeah, no kidding. Did he legit teach you how to play guitar? Did you take lessons or by ear? How'd that work?
No, my dad played a lot.
Right.
So it was kind of, he taught me the basics. He knew five chords, and he could play 100 songs. He would always play old Johnny Cash songs or Chris Christopherson, Jim Croce. Uh, so like I just learned G, C, and D, and just started rhyming words together.
Yeah.
I would be embarrassed to go back and hear some of those early songs, but
I'm with you, my
you,
man.
you got to start somewhere, man. So
Oh, dude, like if I hear tapes of me back when I started in radio, it's cringe. I'm like,
yeah,
whoa, that's funny.
no, it's
How about?
definitely. I hope I've gotten a lot better since then.
Are you kidding me? Come on now, look at you now, brother. I mean,
Yeah.
you're killing it out there. And how about your singing though? So we got the guitar side. How'd that come about?
Man, I really think a lot of that just came from my mom.
Mm.
She played piano, and she would always play in the church. So when she was practicing at the house, we would we would jump on the bench and sing with her, and
Yeah,
and she still has a beautiful voice, and I think it was just being around it all the time. Somebody was always singing. Like it wasn't we never just listened to music; we sang along to music, and
that's cool.
I think from just an early age, it was everybody was singing, and um, and you're trying to beat whoever. So I was always trying to sing better than my mom. My brother was trying to sing better than me, and I think just from years and years of practice, it eventually grew to where it is now.
It sounds like you had a lot of love growing up,
Oh,
and
absolutely,
you know,
absolutely.
shaped you up to be a great guy.
I
Um,
appreciate it.
well, how about going from that to, hey, I'm growing up now. I need to get a degree in environmental science.
Yeah.
What prompted that career shift?
Well, it was something, I think growing up in Louisiana, it's sportsman's paradise. So I grew up hunting and fishing. I love being outside. So I think a love for, the outdoors was instilled very early on. So whenever I went to college, you start looking at, what do you want to do with the rest of your life? And it
Yeah,
was, I want to be outside. I want to, protect, um, yeah, I want to protect, the woods. I want to protect the waterways,
right.
so that I can continue to enjoy, the outdoors that I have my entire life. So that was really what kind of pushed me into it was,
Mm.
being able to work my hands and work outside and possibly hunt more. So it was something that really intrigued me then. I'm very glad that I took the career shift and
Yeah.
decided to chase music. But it's still something that is I'm very passionate about, and still work with a lot of programs that work to better the outdoors for tomorrow.
That's what it's about. I worked at sea for a long time, and it was about saving the waves. And
Yeah.
we only have one Earth. It's not like we could
That's
change it.
it, man. That's it. It takes trees a long time to grow back, and sometimes water doesn't get clean again. So I'm with you on that, man. It's something that I still am very passionate about.
What's your like go to hunting thing? So I'm horrible at patience, and you need to
Yeah,
have that, don't you?
yeah. So you're probably not a deer hunter.
Plus, I'm
uh,
large, man. I'll be hitting twigs and stuff.
yeah. No, man. I grew up, in kind of North Louisiana. Duck hunting was a big thing. So I still love to duck hunt. I've got a duck property here, and still work a lot with Ducks Unlimited to, again, better the duck population. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but,
No,
that I think in order to be a hunter and to be an outdoorsman, the first thing you have to be is a conservationist. And, so yeah, duck hunting is my probably my favorite hunting activity. But man, I love to fish. I grew up fishing in East Texas and all over Louisiana. So, which again, like you said, has allowed me to work with organizations like OSearch,
yeah,
who's helping the white shark. So it's kind of cool now that even though I'm not using my degree and have now moved into music, I'm still able to kind of dip a toe into those things that kind of scratch that itch for me.
yeah, that's cool. So you got to get the academic side and then put it into real life still. Um,
Absolutely.
Speaking of duck hunting, I used to love Duck Dynasty. I always wanted to, do the duck calls. They just don't have
Yeah.
one around here to do it. So when you're up,
Hey,
you gotta teach.
I mean, I grew up an hour away from those guys. So
Oh,
like,
no kidding.
it was really funny, probably for a lot of people in Louisiana, a lot of duck hunters at least,
Yeah,
that have been watching Phil and Jace and Uncle Si for years,
yeah,
back when they were just making Duckman videos, to see them like become this
yeah. Huge.
awesome family and huge TV show. It was pretty cool.
Is that how family is down in Louisiana? I feel like it's tighter there.
Oh, dude.
It just looks amazing.
That is definitely, I mean, the Robertsons do it really, really well. I
Yeah.
mean, there is no, and I say this too, man, like that's the coolest thing about, that we're on the Robertson family. It's like, man, I remember seeing Phil, man, he came and spoke at my church when I was like 8.
Oh
And dude,
wow.
he was the exact same guy then. He was through that show, and the family has been, it's been the same since day one. But yeah, I feel like there's definitely a family tie, and I'm not saying that other states aren't like that,
No,
but yeah, definitely Louisiana. There's a core kind of family pride there that is special.
It just looks special too, and that's how when I see things like that or hear your songs, um, it's like, that's how I want my life to be with my family too. And speaking of that, with your growing family, your booming career, how are you balancing life and the demands of the music industry?
Yeah, it's been something that has, I feel like I'm still working at. I've got 3 kids. I've got another one coming in June. So
Congrats, my man.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
It's definitely been something that I've had to learn. It's really what it comes down to is just the priorities. I'm a dad and a husband first, and then my job is to write songs and go out and sing them. So it's everything is smooth when I keep it in that order.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect; it doesn't always go in that order. So, but usually that's when things start going bad too. So that's a good kind of memory jog on how to get back to center.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something I'm still working at.
How old are the kiddos now?
I got 5, 3, and 1. My daughter's 5. I got 2 boys, 3 and 1, and then my fourth is, good Lord willing, we're gonna be here at the end of June.
All right, my man. So
Yeah,
yeah, and then right to the show in August.
and then we're right back on the road. I got 2 weeks off, so hopefully that baby comes in that window,
Yep, yep, yep.
and then I'm back out on the road.
So I have a little one too. He's going to be 2 in November.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
that's
but,
awesome. That's a fun time right now. I know
yeah,
it's probably a tough time, but it's fun too.
it's tough. He's throwing things now. Just picks it up and smacks daddy in the face. It's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I am loving it, and I get the whole thing being away from home. It's tough because I gig on the weekends on DJ stuff, and it's not
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
So if you were to look back, I know you've been super busy all day. What advice would you give your younger self when you first moved to Nashville and
Oh
started?
man. I always say this. It's like you know, it it's getting used to know is like when you move to town. I think when you go after anything that you love, but there's a creative side to it. There's you got to get used to know because not everybody's gonna love what you make. So you can't let that scare you off.
Hmm.
And then I think too, the best advice I got was when a very, very close friend of mine told me, "Hey man, look, Nashville was just fine before you got here.
Yeah.
And if it beats you up and you move back home, Nashville's still going to be fine." So
Wow.
I think for me, that kind of put a chip on my shoulder. It
Yeah.
made me want to succeed. Um, and it kind of gave me the work ethic that I needed to wake up every day and get better at songwriting, get better at recording,
Yeah.
get better at playing live shows, as opposed to just kind of sitting around and being like, well, I think my songs are good enough and eventually it'll work out. Music, just like anything in your business and anybody's business, if there's not a work ethic behind it, you're not going to be able to reach the potential that you deserve to be at. So
Amen to that.
um, I would say that, man, it's you got to get used to know, and you've got to establish a great work ethic that can get you to that next level.
Yeah. Keep pushing forward and don't take the no. Keep going till you
Absolutely,
get the yes, right? And then we always got to keep pushing to get ourselves even better because I feel
yeah.
like as soon as we get comfortable, you know,
There's
get out.
always It's like golf. You can always get better at something. There's
Yes,
always
sir.
some
Yes,
some
sir.
part of your game that you can get better at, and I mean that's also the fun part about it. And music's no different.
Amen, man. And last question for you. All right. What's next for you, for Jordan Davis? New projects, collabs on the horizon, fans can get
Yeah.
excited about. I know we got the new album out.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a brand new full length record coming out in August,
Yeah.
and then a brand new tour around that we just announced. We got a brand new single out, Bar None, which I'm really fired up about. And yeah, it's a lot of new music. I've got 2 collabs that I'm getting really close to being able to announce. But
Wow,
2 collabs on this record that I mean, I've got to collab with some amazing people,
yeah.
and these two are right up there with the top. So really excited about all this new music.
All right, very excited for it, my man, and congrats on the little one on the way too. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you August 8th, Friday night at Mohegan Sun Arena. You're going to do it up big, my brother.
Let's go, baby. Appreciate it, Mikey.
Thank you,
Thanks,
brother.
man.